Chào mừng các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh Luyện nghe tiếng Anh mỗi ngày. Video hôm nay sẽ nói về chủ đề bí mật của một cuộc sống hạnh phúc. Video này được thiết kế với giọng đọc chậm rãi, rõ ràng, kèm theo phụ đề song ngữ Anh Việt, phù hợp với các bạn ở trình độ tiếng Anh B1. Nếu bạn là người mới, đừng quên nhấn đăng ký kênh để không bỏ lỡ các video tiếp theo nhé. Bây giờ, chúng ta cùng luyện tập nào.
The secret to a happy life. You know, sometimes I sit and ask myself, what does it really mean to live a happy life? I used to think I knew the answer. I thought happiness was about having money, a big house, and expensive things. I believed that if I had more stuff, I would feel better inside. But now, I see things differently. I've met people who have so much, cars, houses, clothes, and yet they are not happy. They smile on the outside, but inside they feel empty and alone. And I've also met people who have very little. Some live in small homes, wear simple clothes, and don't have a lot of money. But somehow they are always smiling. They laugh easily. They seem at peace. That made me stop and think. Maybe happiness is not about how much we have. Maybe it's not about being rich or being famous or being the best. Maybe happiness is something deeper. I started to look at my own life. I asked myself, when do I feel truly happy? Is it when I buy something new? Sometimes, yes, but that feeling doesn't last long. Is it when someone says something nice to me? That feels good, but still, it fades. Then I realized something. The moments when I feel most happy are often the simple ones. A quiet walk in the morning, a good conversation with someone I care about, sitting alone and feeling thankful for being alive. So now, when people ask me, what's the secret to a happy life? I no longer talk about money or things or success. Instead, I say this. First, we must understand what happiness really is. It's not outside of us. It's not in things. It's something we feel inside when we slow down, when we appreciate what we already have, and when we choose to be present. That, I believe, is the beginning of a happy life. After I started thinking about what happiness really means, I discovered something important. It's something very simple, but also very easy to forget. It's called gratitude. Gratitude means saying thank you, not just with your mouth, but with your heart. It means looking at your life, even when things are not perfect, and still finding something to be thankful for. I remember one morning I woke up feeling tired and unhappy. I had many things to do, and I didn't want to face the day. But then I looked out of the window. The sky was blue. The birds were singing. The air was cool and fresh. And suddenly I felt something small but beautiful inside me. I felt thankful for the sky, the birds, the air, and just for being alive. That was the moment I realized something. Gratitude does not need anything big. You don't have to win the lottery or travel the world to feel it. You can be thankful for very small things. A warm cup of coffee, a quiet moment, a smile from someone you love, a kind word, even the fact that your heart is still beating. The more I started to say thank you, the more I noticed that life felt better. It wasn't because my problems went away. They were still there, but I didn't feel so heavy anymore. Gratitude made my heart feel lighter. I stopped thinking about everything I didn't have, and I started to see all the good things I already had. Gratitude helped me see the beauty that was always there, but I was too busy to notice it. Now, every morning, I try to say a quiet thank you before anything else. Before I check my phone, before I brush my teeth, I just pause and say, "Thank you, life." And I truly believe this. If you can find just one small thing to be thankful for today, you are already on your way to a happy life. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a choice, and it is the first step to real, lasting joy. After learning to be grateful, I started thinking about something else that brings true happiness. It's not something we can touch or buy. It's something we build slowly, with time, trust, and care. I'm talking about relationships. I believe that no matter how much money you have, no matter how many things you own, life feels empty if you don't have someone to share it with. I used to think being independent meant doing everything alone, being strong without needing anyone. But now, I see that real strength is knowing how to connect, how to open your heart, and how to be there for others. Think about the moments that made you truly happy. Were you alone, or was someone else there with you? A friend, a family member, a partner? Maybe it was a laugh you shared at the dinner table, or a long talk with someone who understands you, or even just sitting in silence with someone who makes you feel safe. These small moments of connection are more powerful than we realize. I've met people who seem to have everything, money, success, fame, but they feel lonely. And I've also met people who live simply, but they are surrounded by love, and you can see the light in their eyes. That's when I understood. We are not made to live alone. We are made for connection. But relationships take work. They need time, patience, and kindness. Sometimes we get busy and forget to call someone we love. Sometimes we argue or say things we don't mean. That's okay. What matters is that we keep trying. We listen, we forgive, and we show up for each other. Now, I try to spend more time with the people who matter to me. I try to listen more. I try to say, "I love you," more often. Because in the end, when I look back at my life, I know I won't remember the things I bought. I will remember the people who stood beside me, the ones who laughed with me, cried with me, and walked with me through the journey. So if you want to live a happy life, take care of your relationships. Talk to your loved ones. Make time for your friends. Be kind, be honest, and be there. Because true happiness grows in the space between hearts. After learning about gratitude and relationships, I began to notice something else that gives life real meaning. It's called purpose. I think every person needs a reason to wake up in the morning. It doesn't have to be something big or special. It just needs to be something that makes you feel alive. For some people, purpose comes from their job. For others, it comes from taking care of their family, growing a garden, helping their community, or creating something with their hands. It can be anything that gives your life direction and meaning. There were times in my life when I felt lost, like I was just moving through the days without any real goal. I would wake up, do what I had to do, and go to bed feeling empty. But when I started doing things that mattered to me, even small things, I felt different. I felt stronger, more focused, and more alive. Purpose gives you energy. It gives you a reason to keep going, even when life gets hard. But there's something else that walks hand in hand with purpose, and that's kindness. I've learned that doing something kind for another person is one of the fastest ways to feel joy inside. It can be something very small, a smile, a kind word, holding the door for someone, or simply listening when someone needs to talk. These little acts of kindness may not seem important, but they can change someone's day. And here's the beautiful part. When you make someone else feel good, you feel good too. I've started to believe that we don't have to do great things to live a good life. We just have to do small things with great love. When you live with purpose and treat others with kindness, life feels lighter. You feel more connected to the world around you. You stop thinking only about yourself and start seeing the beauty in helping others. So now I try to live each day with 2 simple goals. 1, do something that brings meaning to my life. And 2, do something kind for someone else. It's not always easy, and I'm not perfect. But every time I follow this path, I feel more peaceful. I feel more human. And maybe that's the secret. Purpose gives us direction. Kindness gives us connection. Together, they make life worth living. Even after learning about gratitude, relationships, purpose, and kindness, I still had to face one more important truth. Life is not always easy. Sometimes, no matter how kind you are or how grateful you feel, things still go wrong. People leave, plans fail, we lose things we care about, and we can't always control what happens to us. That used to make me feel angry and helpless. I would ask, why is this happening to me? Or what did I do wrong? But slowly I started to understand something very simple, but very deep. Life is not perfect, and it's not supposed to be. The real peace, the real happiness comes when we stop fighting the bad moments and start accepting them as part of the journey. Just like the sun needs the rain, joy needs sadness to have meaning. Without pain, we wouldn't understand comfort. Without darkness, we wouldn't notice the light. I began to let go of the idea that I had to fix everything, or that everything had to go my way. Instead, I learned to breathe, to slow down, to say, this moment is hard, but it will pass. I learned to trust that even in difficult times, there is something to learn, something to grow from. Now, when I think about the secret to a happy life, I don't think of one big answer. I think of many small choices. The choice to say thank you, the choice to forgive, the choice to listen, the choice to help, and the choice to accept life as it is, imperfect, surprising, sometimes painful, but always full of meaning. So if you ask me today, what is the secret to a happy life? I will say this: be grateful for what you have. Stay close to the people who love you. Find a purpose that gives your life meaning. Be kind, even when no one is watching. And most of all, learn to accept life, the good, the bad, the simple, and the strange. Happiness is not something we chase. It's something we create moment by moment with the choices we make, and it's always closer than we think. If you find this video helpful and meaningful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with future videos. Thank you.